All right, sorry, I had little issues joining. Okay, somebody has a question. You can go ahead and ask a question.
Yes, so I was saying that we have these two types of styling, and from your explanation, I think the external styling is more convenient.
Okay.
So this internal and inline,
Okay.
when is it really relevant?
Okay.
When is it applicable?
All right. All right.
You really need, okay.
Okay. Okay. I would also like to add that as a rule, never use inline styling. Never use inline styling. Okay, read me. Ask your question, but you have to tell us your name. So ask your question so that I can answer all together. You're raising up your hand, but you're muted. You can unmute yourself and ask. The guy with Redmi 9C. Hello. I guess it's an error. Okay. As a general rule, never use inline styling. It is never used. If I don't want to use the word, it is hardly used. It is never used. You know, just like I told you when we did HTML, that HTML evolved from one version onto we landed at HTML5. Currently, what we use now is CSS3. And in CSS3, inline styling is highly discouraged. Inline styling, as you can see, it makes the code tedious to read and it messes it up. Never use inline styling. I just taught us so that we could know, because you might open some website, you could still see some inline styling here and there, so that you know, that's just it. Just for you to know that you can also apply styling like that, but it is never used as a general rule. In the scale of preference, just as you rightly pointed out, Suka, external styling comes number one, internal styling two, then if you don't have an option, you can now go for inline styling. So it's external, internal, then inline. You always use external styling. For internal is used in rare cases when probably your site is not too big. Maybe what you want to style. In this case now, we're always styling this four. Even if you're styling just the four, never use inline styling. Unless you don't have an option, never use inline styling. You can use external or internal, but in the scale of preference, you use external. Because as we grow in this industry, a time will come when you would write your code and there are apps that test your code to see if they are optimized. Some apps will tell you to remove the internal styling you applied and make it external. So always make up your mind that you use external styling. And as you pointed, that is not difficult. All you need to do is to create a link between the both of them, and that's it. You're good to go. So going forward, we are going to be sticking with external styling going forward. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So any
Yes,
other questions? Any other questions?
Okay, sorry, I will draw you back again. So what is the difference between external and external and internal styling, please?
Okay.
Just
This is the difference. This is where we were before. This is our external. Internal. The difference between external and internal is internal, you define your stylings inside your style, a style attribute elements. In internal, you don't need to create style.css document file separately. Inside your index.html, you style the component inside. How do you style it? You come to the head section of this is your head section. Remember this section, the head section of your HTML. This is your head section. It starts here, it ends there, and it starts.
After this, before this time.
Before this time, I can't find it. Where is it? Where is it? Hiding somewhere. I had a head section. My VS Code is not formatting very well at all. Okay. I'm seeing the closing.
I can't see the screen again.
Okay, you can't see my screen?
Yes.
But you can see my Visual Studio Code screen.
I'm only seeing your face.
Okay. Change. Can you see my screen? Can you see VS Code now?
Okay, his network is booting. It's up now.
Okay. Okay, probably this was where my code was not formatting before. Okay. Okay, so the difference between internal and external is in internal styling, you do not need to create a separate document outside your HTML documents. In your HTML documents, all you need to do is you come to the head section of the HTML and create a style element. A style element. This is the style element. This is the close. Sorry, there is a noise in the background. I don't know. Somebody should mute. Please, let's mute our mics. Unless you have a question, then you can unmute and ask a question. Okay. So this is your style element. You create a style element in the head section. This is my head section of my HTML. You create a style element. Then all the styles will be applying will be inside this your style elements. You don't need to create index. You don't need to create this separate style of CSS. You remember when we did this, we didn't have anything like this here. I think we didn't have this style of CSS. I don't want to lose this code. Let me just stop this. And then delete this now. This is what we had before. So we just had only our index.html. They want to style this index.html. All we needed to do was we now write another element called the style element. This is the style element. This is the opening and the closing tag of my style elements. Then all the styling you want to apply will now be inside these style elements. All the styling you need to apply will be inside these style elements. This is my P elements, H1 elements, H4 elements. This is inline. This is internal styling. Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Understand internal styling. Now for external styling, instead of having to write the style inside my index.html element, I will not do that. Rather, I will create another file called style.css. Style.css. Then the styling I want to apply, I will now come and apply them here. But I don't have to include this style element anymore. I can safely delete this guy. I can safely delete this guy. Well, let me just comment it out. If I comment it out, it means it's not showing again. I can safely delete this guy and create another file called style.css. After creating the file, I now come to my index.html and create a link between these two files, between the HTML file and the CSS file. My page is blank now. Nothing is working. It's just normal HTML. I've not applied any style. Even if I've written the style here, I have not created a link between the both of them. So we use the link elements to create a link between two external documents. These documents are not they are not in the same documents. They're in the same folder, but separate documents. So we use the link to create. We use the link element to create a connection between those two files. And how we do that is doing this, then it has the link element works with attribute, as I told you. This is the href attribute that holds the address where you are addressing, where you want to reference from, which is style.css. // tells you that the both of them are inside the same directory. So inside that same directory, there's a particular file you're looking for. This is style.css file. Why relationship tells you the relationship between this HTML file and this file you're referencing is saying that it's a style sheet document that it's referencing. Why the type tells you the type of documents you're actually looking for, which is a CSS document. So these are the three attributes that live inside the link elements. So if you do this, what you've now done is to link this element to this element. So this file to this file. So this your HTML element, your P here you can have, I have P elements here. This is your P elements. This is your body elements. So you can now call these elements inside here and style them the way you want. That is how external works. In external, you don't need to attach the style element to the head section. You just create a separate file outside, create a link between them, and start styling. So that's the difference between the both of them. Any other questions? And I hope you understood. You got it right.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
All right. So any other questions, please? Okay. So I've also pointed out that you stick with external styling. That is the norm. That is the pattern. We stick with external styling. Now, I want us to do some experiments because this question always comes out when you want to write. Very soon, most of us to get opportunity to start applying for some web development jobs or maybe some boot camps or anything you want to do. They will ask you a question and say, what's the scale of, do I say the scale of application or the preference level of your stylings? We've mentioned 3 styling. Now, what that means is, to make it easier for us to understand, let me remove all this guy and use one element to demonstrate it. Let me keep my image the way it is. No. Okay, now see what happened here. This is my external styling that I applied. In my external styling, I said that I want, okay, just a sec. I want to see that to get this thing. Okay, so this is my external styling. Let me use background color. Background color. Okay, yeah, I like this. So my P element, I'm giving it a background color of red. All my P elements, all my P in my document will be red background colors. But let's say for some reason, while we are working, maybe we are working as a group, one of my teammates now comes here and applied an internal styling, and applied another styling to this guy, and gives it a background color of blue. This is what happened. Here, my background color here was red. My background color here is blue. See, this place is red. This place is blue. We now collected this guy and abandoned the external. So in the scale of preference, if you have a document that is being styled in both ways, the one that takes the order is the internal styling. The one that takes order is the internal styling, and I'll tell you why. Let's still continue. I've changed this guy's background color to blue. But for some reason, another of my guy now came around too and decides to change You know, this background color, this P I wrote here is targeting the whole P, and I have 2P in this my page. This one is it goes to school, and this one. So my guy now, for some reason, he comes here and he applies color, applies inline styling, which I said we should not do. Don't forget. I'm just showing you this so that, and applies background color of green to this guy. You see, this guy had changed to green, but the other P element remains blue. Now this guy is targeted specifically for green. So the inline styling overrides both internal and external styling. Why internal styling overrides the external styling? So in the scale of application, in the scale of which will be applied, if for some reason an element is targeted everywhere and styled, the inline styling will be applied first. Is it understood? I need a response, please.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. The inline styling will be applied first. So it takes precedence of others. So it goes like this: inline styling, internal styling, and external styling. So if for some reason, whether because of an error, you mistakenly put inline styling. So because why I'm pointing it out, sometimes you finish coding and you notice that in your external, you give it a background color of, let's say, red. Only for you to check your page, your background color is no longer red. Your background color is green. Go again and check the individual elements. You find out that somewhere in your inline, you've given it a background color that you are not aware of. So all you simply need to do is to come and delete it from there and apply. If the color you want to apply is actually the green, apply it in using the external styling. So that is the way they are ranked based on their preference levels. So I would like to stop here today because I don't want to compound us with too many things. So I want to take questions. I want to take questions. I want to know if we have questions so that we can answer and can answer. I want to take questions because I would like to end there. Okay?
Yes, sir, please. My question is not really related to the topic we had today. It's about the assignment you gave us.
Okay. I will still speak on that though, but go ahead.
Okay. So I don't have my Slack app on my system. Bottom line is I don't know how to screenshot.
Okay, you don't have on your system, that's on your laptop.
Yes,
What version of laptop are you using?
Windows 10.
Sorry, it's an HP laptop, right?
HP, yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes,
If you type Snipe, I think this app is always comes default. Do you have this app?
yes.
Type,
I think
you
I
have it.
downloaded
Okay,
that.
type it.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing sniping too.
Yes, just click on it. Sniping tool. You click on it. This is the sniping tool. Can you all see my screen? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, once you click on it, click on new snipe. Once you click on new snipe, let's say I want to take a screenshot of, let me look for it again. I want to take a screenshot of this is the sniping tool. I want to take a screenshot of what I'm doing now. What I normally do is you come here and click on new. But what I do first, I first shift it so that it doesn't also obstruct what I want to do. I shift it downwards. I click on new. See, if you click on new,
Okay.
you just go like this. Screenshot what you want to screenshot. Then it comes out and you save it. That's option to save. Save snipe. You see, you can go here and say file, save as, and save it on your desktop. Call it any name, capture or something. EDD. And that's it. You can go to your desktop, it will be there.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
All right. So this is it. And there's a shortcut for it. For sometimes the shortcut doesn't work. That's why I say the shortcut is you press your Windows key, press your Shift and your S button at the same time. Windows Shift S. It's even written in the sniping tool. If you look very well, it's written there. Let me see. It's written there. They wrote something and they said, okay, this is the shortcut, your Windows logo key, your Shift and your S button. You click them and press them down at the same time. It automatically pop up. The sniping option will pop up on your screen. But sometimes it doesn't pop up. So that's why I said this is the tool and that's the shortcut. Any other questions? Any questions before?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, please. I don't know where I can get the link for other classes.
Okay.
So I was in the former class before I traveled to Lagos. So as I came back, I've missed some classes with the present front end here. So Uncle Mike now advised I should join this group. So I was
Okay.
asking where I can get your past class of
Okay.
your HTML so I can do
Yeah, what
some
you do
review.
is just for those, I think I even said it before we started. Drop your, let me have your emails. There are people who don't get our emails. Drop them on the chat now so I can just copy it down and add it to email collection. Then we normally send out emails for our classes and also send out emails for the recorded videos.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so let me
drop
while
it.
you're doing that.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I didn't join from the beginning, so I came late. So I want to know how you added that.
Okay.
So let me get just a sec. Let me get those things. Let me get the YouTube link.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that link is for the last video, or let me drop the others. I'll just give you the handle. So you subscribe to the, once you subscribe, you're getting the videos as they come. So that's their YouTube channel. Please just click on the link and subscribe. So you see most of the videos there. For now, I have about 4 videos. Even this video, we also send this video there. When we are done processing it, we'll send it to the channel and you can always go and check it out. Then for the Slack channel, you can use just a sec, let me open my this time was on run, so I'm trying to Slack channel. Or anybody who has the Slack channel can help me drop it before our time runs out. I'm trying to do my Slack. That's everybody can. Does anyone has a link to the Slack channel? All right, so you can use this to join the Slack channel. All right, so that's it for this class. And as I said before, our Monday classes for now have been suspended. Just trying to get favorable. So for those who are just joining us or who missed classes, you can go to the YouTube channel, watch the video from the beginning, HTML. We have class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. Watch all the 4 classes. Then this class will also be uploaded. And I'm sure if you watch the classes, and if you have a question, please let's master using this Slack. Once you have a question, drop it on the Slack channel. Immediately it will be attended to. So before our next class, we've answered most of your questions, and that's it. All right. Thank you very much for today's class. In the absence of any question, I would like to end the class. All right. I guess that will be all for today. Or do we have further questions?
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to download the Slack. Thank you, sir.
All right. So I'll be ending. Click on the links, the 3 links I sent, so that even if I end this session, you don't miss the message. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. See you next week by God's grace, hopefully.